Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Amin ya Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Sayyidi ya Rasulallah. وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله. Today we will cover the section on sentences and phrases from the Nahw book, Tasheel Nahw. Al-Jumalu wal-Murakkabat. Al-Jumal is the plural of Joomla. Joomla means sentence. Al-Jumal, the sentences. Wal-Murakkabat. Murakkabat is the plural of murakkab. Murakkab is compound. Murakkabat, compound phrases. Phrases. So the author begins by mentioning the two types of murakkab. So murakkab is a phrase made up of two or more words. You have murakkabun mufid and murakkabun ghayru mufid. Murakkabun mufid. Mufid means something which gives benefit. So such a compound which gives benefit to the listener, i.e. the listener is satisfied. He doesn't require any more information. And then you have murakkabun ghayru mufid. That murakkab which isn't mufid, it's ghayr mufid. Okay. So here it says murakkab mufid is also called murakkabun tam. Okay, murakkabun tam, jumlah mufida, and kalamun tamun. It is a complete sentence. Often it is just called kalam. So an example of murakkab mufid, I say ar-rajulu tawilun, the man is tall. So we have two words here. Ar-rajulu, the man. Tawilun means he is tall. And it's a complete sentence. The listener, he's satisfied, he understands that the man is tall. But if I say beautiful man, I've used two words, it's a murakkab. But the listener requires news, he requires more information. Hence this isn't a murakkab mufid, it's a murakkab ghayr mufid. If I say a beautiful man, rajulun jamilun, beautiful man. What about the beautiful man? Is he a scholar? Is he a Hafiz of the Quran? Is he a teacher? Is he religious? What about the beautiful man? So the listener requires news. So such a murakkab which is an incomplete sentence, such a phrase which is an incomplete sentence, we call this phrase murakkabun ghayru mufid, or you can say kalamun naqis, or murakkabun naqis. And the murakkab which is a complete sentence, two or more words formed together to make a complete sentence, we call it murakkabun mufid, or jumlah mufida, or murakkabun tam, or kalamun tam. Okay, and often it is just called kalam. Okay, so the author says, from now on when I use sentence I will be referring to a complete sentence, and when I use phrase I will be referring to an incomplete sentence. Okay, so here the author mentions the types of sentences. So there are two types of sentences. You have Joomla khabariyah and Joomla insha'iyah. So the author will first cover Joomla khabariyah. What is Joomla khabariyah? It is a sentence which has the possibility of being true or false. For example, I say Zayd is a pious man. This is a sentence, a Joomla khabariyah. Khabariyah means, khabar means news. Joomla khabariyah, sentence which gives news. So I have just given news about Zaid is religious. Yeah. And it also has a possibility of being true or false. If Zaid in reality he is religious, I have spoken the truth. Yeah. If he isn't religious, then my statement is false. Okay. So the Jumla Khabariya has the possibility of being true or false. Okay. And the Jumla Insha'iyah, it is a sentence which does not have the possibility of being true or false. Yeah. One cannot question whether the Jumla Insha'iyah is true or false. For example, I ask a question, I say, how old is Zaid? Can you say I am telling the truth or lying? No, I am asking a question. Yeah, how old is Zaid? Okay, so this is an example of Jumla Insha'iyah. So let's go through the Jumla Khabariyah. Aqsamul Jumlatil Khabariyah. Then Jumla Khabariyah is divided into two types. Yeah. Nominal sentence. The first type is Jumla Ismiyah Khabariyah. Yeah, so Jumla Khabariyah is divided into two types. The first type is Jumlatun Ismiyatun Khabariyah, nominal sentence. Okay. So here the author will tell us about the nominal sentence. Jumlatun Ismiyatun Khabariyatun. It is a sentence which begins with an ism, a noun. Yeah, so any sentence you find in the Arabic language which begins with an ism, a noun, automatically you will know this is a Jumla Ismiyah, nominal sentence. Jumlatun Ismiyatun Khabariyah. So the Jumla Ismiyah nominal sentence will begin with a noun. Okay, so if the word has alif lam, like I mentioned, this is a sign that this word is a noun. Yeah, if it begins with alif lam or ends with tanween, yeah, they are the signs, but I mentioned these two signs. Like I covered these two signs last time, that the word which doesn't begin with alif lam, begins with alif lam, cannot end with a tanween, and the word which ends with a tanween cannot have alif lam at the start. Yeah, and tanween and alif lam are signs to tell us that this word is an ism, a noun. The second part of the sentence can be an ism or a fi'l. So the Jumla Ismiyah Khabariyah, yeah, it can end with a fi'l verb or an ism, a noun, but it will begin with a noun and ism. Okay. Now remember, the Jumla Ismiyah Khabariyah has two parts. Yeah, it's made up of two parts. The first part of the sentence is called Mubtada, subject, about whom news, khabar, is given. And the second part is called Musnadun ilayh, the word about which information is being given. Okay. Yeah. So Mubtada, about whom news is given, and khabar is the news. Yeah. Okay. So the second part of the sentence is called khabar, predicate, or musnad, yeah, the word giving the information. For example, I say, like I mentioned before, the example I said, ar-rajulu tawilun, ar-rajulu, the man, tawilun is tall, ar-rajulu tawilun, the man is tall. Who have I given news about? The man, yeah, ar-rajul, the man. And what is the news? Tawilun, he is tall. So ar-rajulu is the mubtada. Yeah, we are giving news about the man. Yeah, so about whom news is given is the mubtada. Ar-rajulu is the mubtada. And what is the khabar? What is the predicate? What is the news? Tawilun, yeah, that he is tall. Yeah. Zaydun qa'imun, Zayd is standing. Zaydun is the mubtada and qa'imun is the khabar. Yeah. Now it's mentioned here the mubtada is generally ma'rifah. Yeah. Bullet point number 4. The mubtada is generally ma'rifah and the khabar generally nakirah. Ma'rifah meaning definite. Yeah, it's specified. Yeah, the mubtada is generally ma'rifah, specified. Yeah, ar-rajulu tawilun, the man is tall. Yeah, ar-rajulu is the mubtada here, and I'm talking about a particular man. Yeah, the listener knows who I am referring to, which man I am talking about. And alif lam gives the meaning of the. Yeah, it makes the noun ma'rifah. Yeah, now I'm talking about a specific man. If I say rajulun man, yeah, it can mean any man. But when I say ar-rajulu, when I add alif lam at the start, yeah, which gives the meaning of the, it makes the noun ma'rifah, definite. Yeah, now I am talking about a specific person. Yeah, the listener knows who I'm talking about then. And the khabar is generally nakirah, yeah, indefinite. Yeah? So you will normally have a tanween at the end. The tanween is a sign to tell us that this word is nakirah, indefinite. Okay, nakirah. Both parts, mubtada and khabar, are marfu'. Yeah, so marfu', I mentioned last time, that noun, okay, word which ends with the i'rab of raf'un, we will say it is in the marfu' state. Yeah, marfu' state. Okay, so let's have a look at the example of a Joomla ismiyah khabariyah below. We'll apply the rules we learnt about the Joomla ismiyah khabariyah nominal sentence. So the author mentions al-baytu nadhifun, the house is clean. So I am giving news about the house. Yeah, the house is clean. Al-baytu, the house. Yeah, al-bayt is the mubtada, and what's the news? Nadhifun, yeah, is clean. Yeah, nadhifun means clean. So al-baytu nadhifun, the house is clean. Okay, and look, this is a Joomla ismiyah khabariyah. How do we know? Because the sentence is beginning with an ism, a noun, al-bayt. How do we know al-baytu is a noun? Yeah, name of a, name, it's a name. Yeah, the house, it's a name, the house, yeah, of a place. Ism can be name of a place, an object, an item, okay, a country. And alif lam, yeah, alif lam also I mentioned is a sign to tell us that this word is an ism, a noun, al-baytu. Okay, and we also learned that the second part, the khabar, can be an ism or a fi'l. Nadhifun is an ism, a noun. How do we know? One of the signs, it's ending with tanween. Yeah, the fi'l verb can never end with a tanween. Okay, and we learned that the mubtada is normally ma'rifah, generally ma'rifah. Here we see al-baytu, it's ma'rifah. Yeah, alif lam. Yeah, the house. Yeah, a specific house. Okay, and the mubtada and khabar are marfu'. Al-baytu, is it marfu'? Yes, it's ending with the i'rab of raf'un. What's the i'rab of raf'un? The dhamma appearing on the ta. Yeah, so it's marfu', and the dhamma appearing on the final letter of the khabar, nadhifun fa. Yeah, this is also the sign of raf'a. Hence we will say the khabar is also marfu'. Yeah, so al-baytu mubtada and the khabar nadhifun are both marfu'. Okay, and it's nakira. The khabar is generally nakira. Here we see nadhifun, tanween appearing on the final letter of the khabar, yeah, fa. So this tells us that it is nakira. And this is a jumlatun ismiyatun khabariyah. Okay, jumlatun ismiyatun khabariyah. Okay, Now here it says, note, a sentence may have more than one khabar. So you can have more than one khabar. So I can say, Ar-rajulu tawilun qawiyun. The man tawilun is tall, qawiyun and strong. So tawilun is the first khabar of ar-rajul and qawiyun is the second khabar of ar-rajul. So we'll stop there. We'll continue with Joomla fi'liya khabariya in the next lesson. Carry on revising. So just to recap, we learned that murakkab is of two types. You have murakkabun mufid and murakkabun ghayru mufid. Murakkabun mufid is that compound, of two or more words, which gives benefit to the listener. It's a complete sentence. Murakkabun mufid. Complete phrase. Okay. The listener, he doesn't require more information. He's satisfied. Ar-rajulu tawilun. The man is tall. Ar-rajulu tawilun. We have two words here. It's a murakkab and it's murakkab mufid. It's a complete sentence. But if I say rajulun jamilun, beautiful man. What about the beautiful man? What about the beautiful man? Is he a scholar? Is he a Hafiz? So this isn't a complete sentence. So we will call this murakkabun ghayru mufid. Okay. And then I mentioned the types of Joomla khabariya. The two sentences. Joomla means sentence. Joomla khabariya and Joomla insha'iyya. Joomla khabariya is a sentence which gives news to the listener. It has a possibility of being true or false. And Joomla insha'iyya, it doesn't have a possibility of being true or false. So Joomla khabariya, for example, I say Zaid is standing. So one can argue if this sentence is true or false, but the Joomla insha'iyya you can't. Joomla insha'iyya, for example, I ask a question, is Zaid standing? And then I went through the first type of Joomla khabariya, which is the Joomlatun ismiyatun khabariya, nominal sentence, which begins with an ism, and it has two parts, mubtada and khabar. Mubtada, subject about whom news is given, khabar, the predicate, and khabar is the news. And the Joomla ismiyah khabariya, the second part, the khabar, can be an ism or a noun or a fi'l verb. An ism, a noun, or a fi'l verb. And the mubtada will generally be ma'rifah, definite, and the khabar will be nakirah. And the mubtada will be marfu'. Generally it's marfu', and the khabar is also generally both parts, mubtada and khabar, are marfu'. And the mubtada can have more than one khabar, like I just mentioned. Ar-rajulu tawilun qawiyun. The man is tall and strong. We'll stop there. Allah Almighty grant me and grant us all Muslims ilm nafi', beneficial knowledge. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazallahu anna sayyidana wa maulana Muhammadan sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam ma huwa ahluha.